good evening, whatever time you are watching this video. Welcome to Great Trading Lab. Before we get started, kindly click on the subscription button like and share this video. I know I made a video last time, December period, about the mistake I made on BTC, and I also pointed out some trade I also made a little bit of mistake, but I am human, and this year we're about to do something different. But I also made a mistake this year that cost me, I think, 4 4 SL this year. I took 6 trade and I end up hitting 4 SL and 2 TP on BTC USD. But that aside, I'm going to point out these mistakes and then make sure I don't make this mistake anymore, and also the person watching this video is not going to make the same mistake too. So let's jump into the chart. First of all, let's look at GBP NZD. GBP NZD, if you see on the weekly, we are very much bearish on the weekly. We are very much bearish on the weekly. On the daily too, we are very much bearish on the daily. And then the 4 hours, but we got stopped out. Why? This is the reason why I got stopped out on this GBP NZD trade, and it is a mistake that have also happened repeatedly, but I know that it's going to stop. It's going to stop today. So I didn't wait for this market to have a break and a retest. I entered this trade when we were still uptrend. This is what I mean. From here, this is the higher low, this is the higher high. So we were still very much bullish when I entered this trade. I entered this trade somewhere here. This candlestick have not yet closed then. So we're still very much bullish when I entered this trade on the 4 hours, which is not supposed to be so. By now I would have still been waiting for this market. I would have not been on this trade already. I would have been waiting for this market to do its thing, and then before I look for entry. But I entered immediately. I entered here when the candlestick have not even changed structure, and we have not had a retracement. You know, anytime we have a break, we must have a retracement. So this movement that happened here, that took us out, this particular movement that happened here, I would have not been on this trade. I would have been waiting for a change of structure. Now we have a higher low, and now this is a higher high, expecting this market now to close below this point, and we have a little retracement here. And now this is the point that I would have been looking for, and I would have been looking for a sell on this GBP NZD, but I got stopped out yesterday. I was doing a little bit of back testing this 2 days, Thursday and Friday, and I noticed a lot of mistakes I made, and it's just this particular mistake. So I didn't wait for the retracement, but my structure is correct, everything is correct, but my entry is not correct. I was supposed to wait for a break and a retest, and I promise this is not going to repeat itself again. I'm not going to be making video of mistakes, rather I will just be making video of progress and success. So this is the main reason why I got stopped out on GBP NZD, and this would have been a very beautiful trade, and will still be a beautiful trade, because I'm still waiting for a change of structure, and also I'm waiting for a good entry to enter this trade to the downside, because I'm not going to let this particular mistake just slide. So this is what I'll be waiting for on GBP NZD, and it's also a outlook for my trade next week. And this 2026, if I don't see any trade, like I make analysis on Saturday or Sunday, and then I don't have the movement the following week, I'm not going to place any other trade. I'll just be on my strict rules, because we are not coming to play this 2026. So BTC USD. BTC USD, I had my first TP 1:2.93. I also have a 1:5, and this I made a mistake here that also caused me to lose this trade. On the daily, we know that anytime we have a break of structure, there's always a retracement, but I did not expect this retracement. I did not expect this retracement like this. The retracement was like, I don't know, but I did not expect this retracement. I was expecting like a little bit of retracement, but we had a deep retracement, because this is my reason why I was expecting like a little retracement and not this deep retracement. I felt maybe we have break above this order structure, you get, so we're just going to retrace this point and then buy up from this point. But no, it's not the way I was thinking, and this is what I'll be expecting. After a break, there is always a retracement. We had the higher high, a higher low this side, a higher low, and then a higher high. We had the retracement, and then before we had this move, we have this move from here to the upside. So we broke out from this zone. So we broke out from this zone. Sorry, let me enlarge this screen. So we broke out from this particular zone here. We broke out from this zone here. So we are going to have a retracement back to this zone. Anytime we have a break of structure, anytime we have a break of any zone, there will always be a retracement. So I'm waiting to buy gold from this point back to 93,000 or maybe 98,000. I shall be looking for buy on BTC USD. So this was the mistake I made on BTC USD this year, and if you look again, it's still the same point that I lost this previous trade on. I think this happened December 25th. It was also the same spot where I lost that trade that I posted December 25th also. It's still close to that point that I lost this same trade. Well, I'll also be looking out to buy BTC this week that we are entering from Monday, but I'll be looking for a very good entry on any pair, and then I'll just get back my losses. But this year, and after this video, I will just be on strict rules. If I don't have my full confluences, I'm not taking the trade. It's better to have a missed trade than for me to keep hitting SL. So this is the last video I'll be doing for my mistakes, and I'm going to also try to do my possible best to stop making these useless mistakes. So my next trade I'll be looking out for is NZD USD. NZD USD, if you look at the 1 week, we are very much bearish. Look at the 1 week, we are very much bearish. We have a change of structure on the 1 week, but it will be confirmed in the next 1 hour. We are still, the trade is still running, so we cannot just conclude that we are on a downtrend on the weekly, but we are on a downtrend on the weekly, and anytime we have a break, we must have a retracement. So on the daily too, we also have a break, and we have a clear head and shoulder pattern on the 1 day. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So we will be expecting a retracement and then more sells on NZD USD. So NZD JPY, I'm expecting NZD JPY to go bearish, because I also had a position here, but this position, I went out from this trade on the break even, and I would have hit SL on this trade, because this was where my SL was here, and then I left this trade here somewhere around here before we had that retracement. So I was not like fully on this trade, but now we are back below this point. So we had a break here, and we're having this retracement. So we are still waiting for the market, but if we close let me say this week bullish like this, what I'll be expecting is like a change of structure from here, a break and a retest for me to enter this trade next week. So next week we have a lot of position to enter next week, strictly on rules, just one trade with risk management. These few days is just risk management that have been helping me. If not, I've lost a lot of trade. Like imagine I took 6 trade, but it's not as if I took 6 trade this week. I took 4 trade this week, but the other trade I took them last week, and then I entered this week with the trade. But this week I took 4 trade, but I lost all of them. Only the 2 TP that I hit on BTC USD, and which is not a nice one, because I did not wait for my full confluences, and I'm still going to show you others. Like even these GBP JPY, so we're having a little network issue. JPY, if you notice here, I just entered when this market was still, when we didn't have the close of this candle. When I didn't enter this market when this candlestick closed, I entered the market when we still had like 2 hours left in this candlestick, and which it is a very bad way to enter a trade. Like with my strategy, is a very bad way to enter the trade. So I fucked up a lot on this trade, and I would have not been on this trade. Maybe by now I'll still be expecting sell, because I'm still expecting sell on GBP JPY. maybe I would have still be expecting sales on the trade. I would have not been on this trade because I would have simply waited for this candlestick to close and then avoided this loss. But yes, I took the trade and I took the loss. So you should always wait for the candlestick to close, and the 4 hours should always have its break and retest. I was even feeling maybe I would have waited also for maybe a break and a retest of this zone here, like this. Then we have a sell from here, but I didn't still wait, and this is how I lost this GBP JPY trade. But I know that these silly mistakes are not going to repeat itself again. So GBP USD, I was also expecting bearish movement on GBP USD. Now we will see on the weekly, on the daily, we are very much bearish on GBP USD. So I'm expecting a retracement back to this zone, here. Then I'm expecting a retracement back to this zone. Then we have a long sell on GBP USD. So this is what I'll be expecting on GBP USD trade. 4 hours, we are still very much bearish. We just had a change of structure on the 4 hours. So I'll be expecting the market to retrace back to these points here, and then a reversal candlestick for me to sell this trade. But I don't know whether I'm going to be taking this trade on GBP USD. But if you need my signal, join my free Telegram. I'll be dropping the trade I will be looking out for on my free Telegram. So this is what I'll be expecting on GBP USD, and then CAD CHF. I'm expecting this market to go bullish. From here we had a break of this structure here. We have been dancing on this zone here, so we have a break on this zone. Here, so this is the retracement. But I'm waiting for price to break out from this place in the 4 hours. We're waiting for price to break out from like this place here, this zone, in the 4 hours, so that like we have a break and a retest from here. Then I'll be buying from this point here, and then targeting here, while my SL will be somewhere here. You see the very decent 1:10 or 1:5, sorry. It depends on where my SL is though. So this CAD CHF is also among my top pair that I'll be looking out to trade next week. But I'll just be looking for just 2 pair to trade next week, strictly on rules, and I just want to see if I will make my profit back. And then USD Swiss francs, USD CHF, we are very much bullish on this pair. I'm expecting a retracement. This trade was one of my most annoying trade that I had December period, but it is what it is. So I'm expecting a retracement from this point here. This is a kind of like shit that happened in BTC USD trade. Like we close above this zone, but I'll still be expecting the market to come down to this point here, then we have a bullish movement on USD CHF. So we'll be having a bullish movement on USD CHF. So this is what I'll be expecting next week, and also this is my mistake I've made so far this year, and this year I must follow my rules and I must make sure I find success this year. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, and also I'll be unveiling my face soon, but for now we'll still remain faceless, but I'll be unveiling my face soon. So subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you like and share this video. Thank you, and God bless you.